My grandma just wanted a $1 coffee from McDonald's. Instead, Gen Z workers mocked her, filmed her for TikTok, and made her cry, so I made sure they never disrespected her again. When my phone rang, I picked it up, and all I heard was my grandma crying. Not the kind of crying where someone can be comforted, but that broken, helpless kind of sob that comes from deep inside. She was sitting in her car outside McDonald's, ashamed and humiliated over nothing more than trying to order a small black coffee, the same $1.09 coffee she'd been getting since my grandpa passed away 20 years ago. She told me how the teenage girl at the counter ignored her for 5 minutes, glued to her phone. When Grandma finally ordered, the girl rolled her eyes and rang up a large caramel frappuccino. Grandma politely corrected her, but the manager, maybe 19, acne and all, told her she was confused and needed to speak louder. When they handed her a Coke instead, she went back to fix it, only for another worker to start filming her, laughing about getting a new Karen video for TikTok. My 80-year-old grandma, who still writes thank you cards and calls strangers sweetie, had no idea what TikTok even was. By then, 3 employees were recording her, mocking, baiting her to explode. "Come on, lady," one of them said, "just crash out so we can go viral." Instead, she broke down crying and left empty-handed. Hearing this shattered me. She said if Grandpa were alive, he would have stood up for her, so I decided I would. I called my boys Rocco and Gavin, lifelong friends who would do anything for family. At 6 a.m. the next morning, we walked into that McDonald's with a plan. Rocco and Gavin went in first, ski masks on, moving slow and deliberate. I followed in a sharp suit, looking like someone they didn't want to mess with. The pink-haired cashier froze. Rocco leaned in, his voice low. "You remember Dottie? The sweet old lady you disrespected yesterday?" She nodded, pale. Gavin added, "That's our boss's mother. You messed with the wrong family." I straightened my tie and spoke calmly. "From now on, Mrs. Dottie will be treated like royalty. If she ever calls me crying again, there will be consequences." Rocco cracked his knuckles. The sound made them all jump. Heads nodded fast. Nobody dared talk back. We walked out without ordering. That afternoon, Grandma went back. They gave her free coffee, a hot apple pie, and the manager himself called her Mom with a smile. She told me later, "I don't know what changed, but it feels nice to be treated like a person again."